Yes,
Now,
sir.
Mr. A is selling goods to Mr. B. So, A is the seller, B is the buyer. The seller is sold goods. The seller is called as a drawer and buyer is called as a drawee because seller is making bill of exchange. Therefore, he is called as a maker. The maker of the bill is called as a drawer. Once it is made by him and it has to be sent to the buyer and buyer will accept it. Then only that document will become a valid. The buyer here we called as a drawee. Drawee is the acceptor of the bill. The once that bill of exchange, it comes to the drawee, that is the drawer point of view, that bill of exchange is called as bill receivable. And the drawee point of view, the bill is called as bills payable. Now, first entry where we say that day I talked about the 2nd November yesterday. When the seller is selling the goods to buyer, the goods sold on credit, that is buyer is the B, is the receiver of the goods. Therefore, you will be debiting to the B's account and the sales account will be credited. So here I will, in place of B, I will replace the name is called as a drawee. The first entry in the books of seller, that is drawer, the goods sold on credit, that is drawee account debit to sales account. The when goods sold by seller, definitely that goods is purchased by the buyer, that is Mr. B. The Mr. P is purchasing on credit. That means the purchase is an expenses. Therefore, we will be debited. And the giver of the goods is Mr. A, and he is known as drawer. So therefore, my format of the entry, that is purchase account debit to drawer account. When the bill is drawn by the drawer, that is Mr. A, and sent to the Mr. B, and that cases that bill is just a draft. So that case there will no entry will be passed at the time of sending by the drawer to the drawee. Once it goes to the drawee and he will accept it and he will return to the drawer and he will be returning the drawer to the bill receivable. So as you know that bill receivable we are writing in the asset side. So asset show called as a here bill receivable is called as a asset is a real account where debit what comes in. So bill receivable is received by the drawer from the drawee. Therefore it comes in. So debit and the giver is the drawee is the credit. So my second entry in the books of drawer, that is bill drawn and accepted, that is bill receivable to drawee. The same time that bill is given by the drawee to the drawer, the drawer is the receiver of the bill. Therefore, it will be called as a drawer account should be debited and bills payable account will be credited. So as I said yesterday, once the bill is drawn and accepted by the drawee, that become a legal document. In the business, sometimes happens, sometimes the businessman faces many financial problem, maybe some urgent need of fund for short term as a working capital. So what he will do? Suppose in this cases, Mr. A holding the bill of rupees 10,000 and he need a money urgently, but he doesn't have the liquidate cash. So therefore, what he will do? He will approach to his banker with this bill. It is a legal document which is having the agreement between the A and B. A is agreed to pay the money after 3 months. Now this document he will take it as a bill of exchange, take it as to his banker. The banker will be receiving this bill, but they will reduce some amount and paying that money to the drawer. That is the process we called as the discounting of bill. The drawer goes to the bank and he will give the bill to the bank on the day whenever he need a cash, and the bank will reduce some amount as a discount and the remaining amount will be paid to the drawer. So that cases the drawer will be receiving the cash from the bank. So bank cash will be debited and some amount will be reduced, that is the discount, is the nominal account where the debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gains. So discount here is an expenses we talk about that should be debit, and he is giving that bill receivable to bank that goes out, therefore credit. So entry will be here is that cash account debit, discount account debit to bill receivable. On the date of discount, there is no transaction between the drawee and the drawer. This is a transaction between the drawer and the bank. So therefore, no transaction in the books of the drawee in respect to the drawer. Therefore, no entry in the books of drawee. Next, suppose some cases it also happens that suppose he is not discounted this bill and he is holding this bill, but one fine day, some other person, maybe Mr. C, wanted to have the money or supposed to receive the money from Mr. A. So the Mr. A doesn't have the cash and he will say that take this bill on the maturity date, that means 5th of February, you will get money from Mr. B. The Mr. C is agreed for that. That cases, the A is transferring that bill to Mr. C. That process we called as endorsement of bill. The person one who is transferring that bill is called as a endorser, and the person one who is receiving that bill is called as a endorsee. In this example, A is the endorser and C is the endorsee. Now here's C, bill receivable given to the C. Again, we go for the classification of account. The C is the personal account. The rule says debit the receiver, credit the giver. C is the receiver of the bill. Therefore, C's account should be debited. Here, C is called as an endorsee. Endorsee account should be debited and bill receivable goes out. Therefore, my format of the entry in the books of the drawer, that is endorsement of bill, is endorsee account debit to bill receivable. Now the day of bill is accepted, maybe 2nd November. The bill came back to Mr. A, and that day if he is endorsing to Mr. C, so just this bill will be holded by the C till the maturity date, that is February. And 5th February, C will get the money from Mr. B. And day of endorsement, that is 2nd November, there is no transaction between the drawer and the drawee. There is no entry in the books of drawer. Next, the third part, suppose that bill is not discounted, that bill is not endorsed. Now still that bill is with the Mr. A is the drawer after accepted by the drawee Mr. B. And there are so many bills with the drawee and drawer, and he will be keeping that record with the bill receivable book. It is one of the subsidiary books. As and when due date comes, he will sending that bill to the bank for collection. So before that due date, he will be giving that bill to the bank, and bank will be the receiver for the collection of the bill. Therefore, bank account should be debited. Therefore, we will write here bank for collection. Why we write bank for collection? Because on the day of giving the bill, that money will not be received because it has to be sent to the drawee bank, and the bank has to collect it from money from the drawee bank. Therefore, we will be writing here is that bill sent for collection, that is bank for collection account debit to bill receivable. Now just given to the bank for collection. On the due date, it goes to the bank of the drawee. Drawee makes the payment to the drawer. So this is what we have the three process of that. Either he may discount the bill, he may endorse the bill, or he may send for collection. Same bill will not be discounted, endorsed, and collection. If it is discount, definitely that bill is with the bank, you cannot endorse it. And once it is endorsed, you cannot discount it. That means every bill will have the one alternative of this. So therefore, the yesterday we are completed up to here. Hope everyone is clear up to here.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Now, based on that, we will be doing the question now. So that question once we will do and Understand? That will be the more important for us. Suppose that these questions we have here. So, and whenever we have that questions, we have to be very carefully read the question, which who is the drawer, who is the drawer. In these cases, look at the question. And Archana purchased goods from Babita on credit for rupees 10,000 and accepted the bill drawn by the Babita for 4 months. First of all, we have to find out who is the buyer, who is the seller. Seller is the drawer, buyer is the drawee. Who is the seller here?
Babita.
Babita, correct? Seller is the Babita. First book is Babita. Babita, okay. And who is the drawee?
Archana.
Archana. That is in the books of Archana. Okay. Now Babita is selling. Archana purchased goods means Babita is selling the goods to the Archana. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So Archana purchased goods from Babita. That means Babita is sold goods to the Archana. The first of all here sales entry. When is goods sold to the Archana, so what entry Babita should draw pass?
Archana account debit to sales account.
That is format entries drawee account debit to sales account. Here drawee is kone? Who is the drawee?
Archana.
Archana. That means Archana account debit. Archana's account debit to what you will write?
Sales account.
Sales account. Archana account debit to sales account. Correct. So what is the amount of the bill?
10,000.
10,000. 10,000. Then, and in the books of drawee, what entry I have to pass?
Purchase
Archana is
account.
purchasing goods. Purchase will be the expenses. Therefore, we will be debit it, isn't it?
Yes.
Purchase account debit
To
to
Babita account.
Babita account. Why Babita account should be credited? Why Babita's account should be credited?
Sir, she is a drawer.
Drawer is the giver of the goods, not because of the drawer. The seller is the giver of the goods. Therefore, Babita's account should be credited.
Credit.
Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, second entry, bill and 10,000 accepted the bill drawn by Babita for 4 months. Who is drawing the bill?
Babita.
Babita. Who is accepting the bill?
Archana.
Archana. That means bill drawn and accepted. Entry. Bill drawn and accepted. Entry. What entry we write here? What entry we should write?
Receivable account debit drawee.
What entry I should write?
Bills receivable account debit.
Bill
to
receivable and Archana. So bill receivable comes in, therefore debit, and Archana is the giver, therefore credit. Matlab mere format entry is the bill receivable account debit to drawee account. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Bill receivable account debit to drawee. Who is the drawee?
Archana.
To Archana. Archana's account. Archana's account. Amount is
10,000.
10,000. Hope everyone is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
In the
sir.
books of drawee, what entry I should pass?
Babita account debit to bills payable account.
Why Babita is debited? Why Babita is debited? Archana given the bill to whom?
Babita.
Babita is the
Receiver.
receiver. Receiver should be
Debited.
debited. Therefore, Babita's account should be
Debit.
debit 10,000 rupees. So 10,000 being bill accepted. That narration I will copy paste later. Now third part. So what he says that Babita discounted the bill with her bank at 12% per annum. You have to calculate discount. How you calculate the discount? Discount is equal to what is the bill amount?
10,000.
10,000. What is the rate of discount?
12%.
12 upon 100.
100.
You have to consider the period of the bill. What is the period of the bill?
4 months.
4 months into 4 upon 12. Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Calculate the amount. How much it comes? $10,000 into 12 upon 100 into 4 upon 12.
400.
400. Then miracle. Always remember, when it is comes to the 12% means 1% per annum per month. 12% per annum means 1% per month. That means 10,000 है, उसके 1% होता है, 2 0 हटा दो, तो कितना हो गया? 100. 4 months
100.
multiplied by 4. That means कितना होना चाहिए?
400.
400. This is how you do it in the shortcut method. So now discounting of bill, what the entry will pass?
Cash account debit. Discount
Cash account debit, because cash comes in.
comes in.
Okay. Discount account debit. Why discount account debit?
Expense.
It is an expenses. And 2,
Bills receivable.
why I will write bill receivable?
Goes out. Bills
Yeah,
receivable.
bill goes out. Therefore, my entry is, so 400 is the discount and bill amount is 10,000. How much is the cash should be received?
9,600.
9,600. All of you understood?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
of you
sir.
clear with this? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this will be the entry for the, this is when it is bill is discounted with the bank. So this entry we have to pass. So are you taking the screenshot or writing the entries? Are you writing along with me?
Yes, sir.
लिखा हुआ है?
No,
Everyone
sir.
is written? Not written?
No,
So,
sir.
yeah. Now write, take a screenshot, then it will be easier for copying in the notebook. One who is not written. Okay. Understood this part, how to
Yes,
calculate the discount?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now next question. I will take a next question. So question number 5. So now I will ask the individually and they will be answering here. Okay. The first, Arjun, read questions.
Which one, sir?
You can't see the screen.
Yeah, yes, sir. Now,
Then
Usha purchased the goods from
uh,
shops on credit for 5,000 rupees and accepted a bill drawn by Shobha for 3 months. The bill is sent to the bank for collection on maturity.
yes. First of all, here, the who is the buyer, who is the seller?
Shobha is a seller and
Seller.
Usha is buyer.
Seller is known as
Drawer.
drawer. This will be the Shobha. Okay. Then who is
Usha
the
is
drawee?
Usha.
Usha. Okay, fine. Again, first entry, goods sold on credit, because seller is selling the goods.
yes.
Yeah. So at what entry I should pass?
Drawee account debit to sales account.
Who is the drawee here in this cases?
Usha is a
Usha account debit to
sales account.
Usha account debit to sales account. Fine. Why Usha account is debit? Why Usha account is debit?
Usha is a receiver.
Usha is the receiver. Receiver that should be debited. Okay, fine. And in the books of Usha, what entry I should pass?
Purchases account.
Purchases,
Account debit to drawer.
purchase account debit to
Account.
huh?
Drawer account.
Who is the drawer in this case?
Shobha.
Shobha's account. Okay, Shobha's account. What is the amount of the goods sold?
5,000.
5,000. Next, who will be answering my question? Quickly.
So मैं बोलूं?
Yes. What entry I should type? And accepted the bill drawn by Shobha for 4 months. Who is accepting the bill?
Shobha.
Who is drawing the bill?
Sorry sir. Shobha. वो Usha accepting the bill.
Okay. Who is the drawing the bill?
Shobha.
In the books of Shobha, what entry I should pass? In the books of Shobha, what entry I should pass?
Bills receivable account debit to Usha account.
Bill receivable account. Account debit to Usha's account. Why bill receivable account is debited? Why bill receivable account is debited? The bill is received. The bill is comes in. Usha is the giver. Therefore, Usha is to be credited. Okay. And in the books of Dravi, what entry will pass? In the books of Dravi, what entry I should pass?
Shobha account debit to bills payable account.
Why Shobha account should be debited? Why Shobha's account should be debited?
Shobha is the receiver.
Receiver.
Bills
Therefore,
received.
her account should be debited. Okay. To bills payable account. Okay, fine. So amount is 5,000. Okay. Now look at the further statement. What it says.
The bill is sent to bank for collection
Collection
on
on maturity.
maturity.
Okay. Bill sent for collection. So in the books of drawer, what entry I should pass?
Bank for collection account debit to
Bank is the receiver, to bank for collection account debit
to bills receivable account.
that we are giving bill receivable. Bill receivable goes out. So credit what goes out. Therefore, the bill receivable should be credited. So we will be writing bill being bill sent to bank for collection. Do we have any entry in the books of Dravi?
No.
No, because this is given to the bank. There will be the entry only when bill is honored by the drawee. That means when the making payment by the drawee. Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So are you had a column, all of you? Do you have the columns? Other students will be replying me. Chavan.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you return? Understanding the questions, what we are doing here. This is the basic entry which will be there in every question. Always remember. This is a basic, and don't have the mind that this will be keep an option, but this is the topic which is a very, very important when you go for the higher studies. This topic should not be kept as an optional topic because you will be suffering in future. That is the reason I'm teaching this is a topic more in depth, because you should not face any problems in future. So therefore, learn it properly. don't study only examination point of view. Definitely examinations marks are more important, but the education is not only for scoring the marks. The education will be for the purpose of having in-depth knowledge on the subject, what you are studying. So that you have to be there. Are you taken the screenshot or written?
Screenshot.
Okay, later on note down in your notebook. Understood?
Yes, sir.
All of you have to
Yes, sir.
complete your notebook. Now the third question I'm doing it here. So third question. All the three options I am completing here. The third question, what I am going to do is this. This is, now see. So in these cases, you have to see that. And who will read the question? Roll number 103. Are you there?
Sir, I can read.
No, I wanted someone else to. Roll number 103. Not there. Okay. Divya, are you there? No. Who else is there? Nobody. Yes, Bamne, read your question. Ganesh Bamne. He is not there. Log in and out. He gone out. Who else? Nobody else is there.
Samay.
Who is that?
Shobha.
Chalo. Read.
Manisha sold goods to Preeti for
Ah.
rupees 9,000.
Okay.
Preeti accepted a bill drawn by Manisha for the amount at 4 months.
Okay.
Manisha endorsed the same bill to Xiith.
Okay. Fine. Who is the seller here?
Manisha.
Manisha. Seller is called as drawer, isn't it?
Drawer.
Manisha. Okay. And who is the drawee?
Preeti.
Preeti. Preeti is called as a drawee, isn't
Drawee.
it? Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Now, first entry. Manisha sold goods to Preeti. It is a repetitive entry. I am keep on doing it because
Yes.
you will be easier to understand. You can become a more expertise in this. So first entry, what I should write?
Preeti account debit to
Preeti's account debit to
sales account.
Preeti account Y debit.
Preeti is a receiver.
Receiver of the goods. Sales is an income. Therefore,
Income.
sales should be credited. What is the
Credited.
value of the goods sold?
9,000.
9,000. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, in the books of Preeti. Preeti. Others mute yourself. Others mute yourself. In the books of Preeti.
Purchase account debit to Manisha's account.
Purchase account debit to Manisha's account. Why purchase is debit?
Expenses, sir.
Purchase is an expenses. Okay. So Manisha's account debit. Why Manisha is credit?
Debit the credit the giver. Giver,
Credit
sir.
the giver. Therefore, she is the giver of the goods. Therefore,
कोण अवनी
others mute yourself. Others mute yourself.
खरंच
Next. Preeti accepted the bill drawn by Manisha for 4 months. That is bill drawn and accepted. In the
Bill
books of drawer, what
Drawer.
entry will pass?
Bill receivable account debit to
Bill receivable account debit to
Preeti's account.
why Preeti is credited? Yes.
Preeti.
Personal account rule, what it says?
Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Preeti is
He
the
is
giver.
the giver of the bill. Therefore, the Preeti account should be credited.
Credited.
And in the books of Preeti, what entry I will pass?
No. Manisha's account debit to bills payable account.
Why Manisha's account should be debited?
Manisha is receiver.
Manisha is the receiver. Therefore, Manisha's account should be debited.
Debited.
So, Manisha's account debit to
Bills payable.
bills payable account. Okay. Bills payable account. What is the amount of the bill?
9,000.
9,000. Okay. Next. Further
Manisha
statement. Yeah.
Manisha endorsed the same bill to Sheetal.
Yeah. Endorsement of bill. Endorsement means transferring the bill to the third person. That is called as a endorsement of bill. Person one who is endorsing the bill is called as endorser. The whom it is endorsed, that is called as a endorsee. So transferring the bill to the Xiith. Okay. What entry I supposed to do?
Endorsee account debit to endorser.
Endorsee account debit to bill receivable account. Who is the endorsee in this case?
Manisha is the giver debit. Sorry. Sheetal is the receiver.
Sheetal is the endorsee.
Endorsee.
Okay. She is the receiver of the bill, isn't
Receiver
it?
of the bill. Yes, sir.
Sheetal's account debit.
To bills.
Sheetal's account debit to bills receivable account.
Receivable account.
Bills receivable account. Why is bill receivable credited?
Bill receivable.
Bill
Debit
receivable
what
credit
credit
क्यों
what
है?
goes. Credit what goes out.
Credit what goes out. It is goes out. We are given to the Sheetal.
Sheetal.
And is there is any transaction with the Preeti and Manisha?
No, sir.
No. Therefore, there will be no entry in the books of
Entry. Preeti.
Preeti. Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
You will be entering, record all these transactions. All the three cases you are understood, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Write down first.
Okay.